Okay, so many of you may have heard about ChatGPT and OpenAI, and we're going to dig right into it right now. We're going to start with everything you really need to know to get started. So let's start with how to create an account. We're going to go to our Google browser here and just simply search for OpenAI. You'll see it, openai.com. You can go here and you click on it. You're going to see that there's APIs that you can check out. There's different Chat GPT releases where they're talking about it. They have a blog about it, research information. You can watch a video. And then down here, they also have some of the other things that they have, like DAL E2, DAL E2, which is it creates images, whisper alignment. And so they now have a new one that's come out offering a pro version where you can actually pay like $20 a month and get access to it. So let's go ahead and start digging into this. So what we're going to want to look at is like the Chat GPT. Okay, you're going to see this screen here. We're going to say, we're going to try Chat GPT, and it's going to say log in with your OpenAI account to continue. So we're going to create a new one. Okay, and going to put in our email address. Continue. Put in your email address, hit continue, set a password. We sent you an email to verify your emails. We're going to come over here. There it is. Verify your email address. Click on that. It's going to take you to a window. And then it's going to ask for your phone number. It's going to send a code to your phone. After you put in your phone number there, and so it sends you a 6-digit code. All right, put that code in that got sent to your phone. Then here you're going to notice it says Chat GPT. This is a free research preview. Our goal is to get external feedback in order to improve our systems and make them safer. While we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information and produce offensive or biased content. It is not intended to give advice. Remember what it just said, because it's very true. Click on next, and how we collect data. Conversations may be reviewed by our AI trainers to improve our systems. And security, please don't share any sensitive information in your conversation. So, try to not list out, like names and addresses, phone numbers, things like that. And then next, it says, we'd love your feedback. The system is optimized for dialogue. Let us know if a particular response was good or unhelpful. And share your feedback on our Discord server. So if you have a Discord account, you can click here and take you to the Discord server. Otherwise, just click done. And now we're at the main window here of the Chat GPT from OpenAI. And here it shows you there's some examples, explain quantum computing in simple terms. So these are just some that it put up there for you to test it out and see what kind of responses that we're going to give in the examples. Then it has the capabilities. Remember what users said earlier in the conversation. Allows users to provide follow-up corrections, and it's trained to decline inappropriate requests. And so, you don't want it. You don't want to do things like having it research, something to do with sexual content or drugs or something illegal or something, like violence and stuff. So just keep that in mind. It does says here about limitations. It says may occasionally generate incorrect information. Yes, that's very true. And the one thing about the Chat API, GPT AI, is that it can generate answers that look legitimate. But if you do your research, you might find that it's really kind of stupid and incorrect. It may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. So be careful with the instructions it gives you. It may have you wrapping your leg around your neck. Limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021. The ChatGPT model here was feeding off of the internet, and they pulled it off the internet at about sometime towards the end of 2021, I believe, or mid 2021. So anything after that, it's not really going to have much valid information. So you're definitely going to want to, not try to put in and ask for information about things that are going on right now in today's time. It also doesn't like the list politician's name. I put in Trump, for example, and it said something that it didn't want to give me an answer or something like that. So just to give you an idea, if you click on their example, here you'll see that it puts this explain quantum computing in simple terms, and just hit this. And as you can see, the Chat GPT is spelling it all out. Quantum computing is a type of computing that uses the principles of quantum physics to perform complex calculations. In classical computing, a computer uses bits, which can be either a 0 or a 1, to store and process information. In quantum computing, however, a quantum bit or a qubit can be a 0, 1, or both at the same time. This allows quantum computers to perform certain types of calculations much faster than classical computers. So, one of the most well-known algorithms in quantum computing is Schatz's algorithm, which can factor in large numbers exponentially faster than classical algorithms. This has implications for cryptography, as many encryption methods rely on the difficulty of factoring large numbers. Although quantum computing is still in its early stages, practical quantum computers are not yet widely available. Researchers and companies are working on developing and refining this technology with the hope of achieving significant breakthroughs in fields such as cryptography, drug discovery, and machine learning. Now you can tell it to even regenerate the response. We're not going to read it off, but you can get an idea of it here. It's going to regenerate the response. Uses quantum computing as a type of computing. It uses the principle of quantum mechanics in a process to process information, unlike classical computers. So it does rewrite it in a different format. Okay, and you'll notice that it keeps track of it over here. Whatever it is you're typing, you can clear your conversations. That's where you can upgrade to a plus. The plus membership basically is like $20 a month, and it's supposed to give you access to the server kind of ahead of other people, even when it's like, being overloaded. The plus members should still be able to get on there and do searches and put in the terms and get some information. There's dark mode. There's the OpenAI Discord link and some facts and information. So as we type something else into here, let's go ahead and put something into this, and we're going to put into this, let's say, what dish is recommended for Valentine's? Since today's Valentine's Day, what type of dish is recommended for Valentine's Day? It says there is no correct dish to recommend for Valentine's Day. It largely depends on your personal tastes and preferences. However, some popular options for a romantic meal could include steak. A perfectly cooked steak is a classic choice for a special occasion like Valentine's Day. Pair it with some roasted vegetables and a side salad for a complete meal. Seafood. If you're a fan of seafood, a dish like grilled salmon, shrimp scampi, or lobster tail could be a great choice for a special meal. Pasta. There's something about a big bowl of pasta that feels indulgent and romantic. Try making your own homemade pasta or whipping up a classic dish like spaghetti carbonara or fettuccine alfredo. And then, number 4, chocolate. Of course, no Valentine's Day meal would be complete without something sweet, whether it's a decadent chocolate cake, or rich chocolate truffles, or a simple bowl of chocolate-dipped strawberries. A sweet treat is a must-have for the occasion. Ultimately, the best dish for Valentine's Day is one that you and your partner will both enjoy and that feels special and indulgent. Don't be afraid to try something new or experiment with a recipe you've been wanting to make for a while. It doesn't say, just be careful not to screw that recipe up because you might both not like it and end up having to order pizza. So now you could tell it to regenerate the response and see, you know, what it comes up with. There are many options depending on you and your partner's preference. If you want to cook a romantic dinner for your partner, you could consider preparing a dish that's elegant and sophisticated, such as grilled salmon or steak with roasted vegetables. With a homemade pasta dish with creamy sauce. Alternatively, you could opt for a lighter meal, such as a salad with fresh ingredients or soup. For dessert, you could consider a dessert like chocolate covered strawberries or a decadent chocolate cake. Ultimately, the best dish for Valentine's Day is one that you and your partner will enjoy that makes the evening special and memorable. Now, as you see, if you're not happy with that response, you could go on. And then it goes on. Oh, there's one steak. It's going to give us back, gives it a little bit different, but it's still a perfectly cooked steak, whether it's grilled or seared in a pan, can be an indulgent option for a special occasion. And then lobster, and then pasta, and then chocolate. And that's number 4. That's how many options it's going to give us. And it's all pretty much the same, just kind of reworded a little bit differently, right? So this is some of the first things that you need when you're getting into learning about the Chat Open AI model. So we're going to put something in here that's a little fun, okay? What we're going to do right now is we're going to generate a rap song, okay? And we're going to tell it to write a rap song about, let's say about, let's pick somebody popular. Let's say Jake Paul. Listen up, y'all. I'm going to spit some truth about Jake Paul. Yeah, that YouTube dude. He's got a rep for being wild and crazy, living life to the fullest. That's just his way, see? Jake Paul, he's a force to be reckoned with. Make the headlines. He's a social media maverick. He's living life his way. No apologies. Whether you love him or hate him, he's the one and only. I don't hear a lot of rhymes in here, but from Vine to YouTube, he's came a long way with millions of fans watching every day. He's got his own squad, Team 10 they're called, living the dream, they're never gonna fall. Jake Paul, he's a force to be reckoned with, making headlines. Da, 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 da. He's had his share of controversies, no doubt. He bounces back, never stays down. From boxing matches to music videos, he's always on the move. He's never slows. So that's my rap about Jake Paul. He's living a life. He's having a ball. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's okay. He's just being himself every single day. So as you can see, it can pretty much, if it knows about basically who a character is, you could say, write a country song about Jake Paul. Check this out. Well, Jake Paul's a name you probably never heard. He's a social media star. He's got some nerve. He's living his life that way for sure. He's got a whole lot of people who adore Jake Paul, he's a different kind of breed, living life on his terms, following his own lead. Some folks might think he's crazy, and that might be true, but Jake Paul, he's just doing what he loves to do. From Ohio to LA, he's made his way with a big old smile and a lot to say. He's got his own squad, and they're all in, living life to the fullest, and that's just their thing. Jake Paul, he's a different kind of breed, living on his terms, following his own lead. Some folks might think he's crazy, and that might be true. But old Jake, he's just doing what he loves to do. He's got his share of critics, and that's no lie, but he doesn't let them get him down. He just flies from music videos to boxing matches. He's Jake Paul, he's always on the rise. So if you see Jake Paul around town, give him a smile, a little howdy sound. He's living life the way he knows best, and that's something we can all learn from, I must confess. So as you can see, this can really just jump out and do a lot of things. Let's say I want a recipe for, let's say, baked squid. Here's a simple recipe for baked squid that's sure to impress your guests. Pound of squid, cleaned and sliced, 2 cloves of garlic, quarter cup. See, it's writing out the ingredients. Instructions: preheat your oven to 400 degrees. In a large bowl, mix together the minced garlic. It's giving the directions. It gave how much of each ingredient to use, how to put it in the dish. Seems to be pretty, I've never cooked squid, but that sounds pretty good. Homemade pizza. How to make a homemade pizza. So you can see where this can come in around everyday life. Right here, making homemade pizza can be fun and delicious activity. Here's a basic recipe for making pizza dough and a simple recipe for classic margarita pizza topping. Here's the pizza dough ingredients. Here's the topping ingredients. And then the instructions. How to mix up your dough. What kind of texture you're looking for. How to let it rise. Preheat your oven. Mix the ingredients. Roll out the dough. All right. So is this crazy or what? So instead of looking through a lot of recipes online, it basically just tries to calculate, what information you actually need. Let's go on to, let's say you're a content creator and you need some ideas for a video. Let's say you're looking for ideas for a YouTube video about um, ideas for a YouTube video about shoeing a horse. And now we're going to go a little bit further here. Ideas for a YouTube video about shoeing a horse with a let's say with a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. Says, I'm sorry, but I cannot provide ideas for a YouTube video that may promote unsafe or inappropriate practices such as shoeing a horse with a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. Shoeing a horse is a special skill that requires proper training and equipment. It can be dangerous for both the horse and the person attempting to do it without the proper knowledge and experience. I strongly advise against attempting to shoe a horse without the guidance of a professional farrier. If you have any further questions about horse care and shoeing, please consult with a veterinarian or equine expert. I agree. So let's say how to change a baby's diaper without getting sick That's a good one. I know this because when I had my kid, I was like laying him down on the floor and puking in the toilet next to him. First time I had to change a poopy diaper. Changing a baby diaper can be a messy and unpleasant task. Here's the steps to take to minimize your risk of getting sick. Here's how to change a baby's diaper safely. And it tells you prepare everything, wash your hands, position the baby down, clean flat surface, remove the dirty diaper, um, apply diaper cream. I still don't see how this is going to make it any easier, but it tells you basically how to do it. It doesn't have any graphics, notice, but it is basically showing you, kind of what you need to know, right? So there you have it. Whether you need to change a baby's diaper, or let's say you want to do something a little more complex, right? So we're going to do something more complex. I'm going to ask it to write the HTML5 code for a welcome to my blog page. Include red, white, and blue background colors. The blog is about yellow toads. This is pretty cool when it starts writing the HTML5 code. Watch it bring up this little dialogue. There you go. And it starts writing out the code, PHP editor, as you can see here. And it's working pretty well. Okay. Now, the thing about this, it's going to probably say you need a CSS file to finish it. It's not going to let me just grab there. Let me do this. Oh, copy code. There we go. We can copy the code right here. Now, what we're going to do is basically we are going to open up. Okay, so open up Dreamweaver, Adobe Dreamweaver, and I'm going to put all the code that it gave me right here. Okay. Now see, it created a red, white, and blue blog. Okay. Now we can view this, but you already tell what it wrote right here. Welcome to my blog. Hi, and welcome to my blog about yellow toads. Here you'll find all kind of information about these unique amphibians, including their habitat, behavior, diet, and more. Whether you're a fellow toad enthusiast or just curious to learn, I hope you'll find something of interest here. Thanks for visiting. So as you can tell, that's all you got to do to the code to write HTML code. Now, let's say I wanted it to write me a form. All right, I want this to write an HTML5 response form with name, with first name, last name, email address, phone number, and text area. Make this form black. Let's say make it gray and blue and purple. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Here's an example of the HTML5 code. This is truly some amazing stuff here. You're trying to get through and write pieces of code for websites. This is awesome. Check this out. It's putting in the header tags, the forms, the labels, the input types, padding. This is pretty cool. Then it'll start putting in the colors I recommended and the prompts. So your prompts can generate a lot of data, depending on how deep you get with your prompts. All right, so there we go. It's oh, there it goes, putting the form out here. There's all the fields. This is truly some amazing technology. Okay, as you can see, it's creating all of the fields that I asked it to put in. The first name, last name, email address, phone number, and the message text in a text area. All right. So, copy the code. We're going to go over to Dreamweaver, and we're going to replace all that code with this code. Look at that. There's a perfect response form done the way I asked it, with gray and purple. How cool is that? Huh? And this is how this works. So, of course, you would need things like the email response to and from and so forth. And so that is how that part works. And that's just another amazing part that it can do. Let's say you're wanting to write an ad. Say you're in advertising or you have products that you're wanting to sell. So I want it to write a convincing ad about purple widgets designed to improve the handling a motorcycle. Okay. And this can write some pretty convincing ad, like here, introducing the new purple widgets designed specifically to improve the handling of your motorcycle. Do you find yourself struggling to control your motorcycle in challenging road conditions? Do you want to improve your riding experience and feel more confident on the road? Look no further than the purple widgets. Our innovative new product is designed to help you achieve better handling and control over your motorcycle, regardless of the terrain or weather conditions, or whether you've been navigating tight corners, gravel roads, or wet surfaces. Purple widgets give you the extra grip and stability you need to ride with confidence. Made with the highest quality materials and engineered for maximum performance, purple widgets are a game changer in the motorcycle handling. Our sleek, stylish design adds a touch of sophistication to your bike while delivering unmatched performance. Don't settle for a mediocre riding experience. Upgrade your motorcycle with purple widgets and take your handling to the next level. Try them out today and experience the difference for yourself. Order now and get ready to ride like a pro. Isn't this awesome? I mean, so that really is another way you can even use it to write product descriptions. You can also use it to write a poem about nuclear science. Nuclear science, mysterious and grand, a world of wonder few can understand, invisible forces we cannot see, with energy that sets our worlds free. Atom's nucleus, where the power resides, the energy that drives the tides, unleashing forces that can destroy or be harnessed and bring great joy. From nuclear plants to medicine too, nuclear science brings breakthroughs anew. To power homes and drive our cars and heal our bodies from afar. The power of atoms is immense, with implications far-reaching and intense. We must use it with care and thought or face the consequences wrought. Nuclear science, a marvel of our time. May we use it wisely and with a reason sublime, to bring about a better world with energy abundance unfurled. Pretty cool. So there you have it. This is just some of the ways that you can, just really just come up with some great stuff. Let's say you're a content creator and you want to give me some ideas, write some ideas to do a viral YouTube video about Halloween. And so it's going to go through and give you some of these themes, like Halloween costume challenge, gather a group of friends and challenge each other to come up with the most creative ideas. Halloween prank wars, DIY Halloween decor, ghost hunting, pumpkin carving, Halloween makeup tutorial. So as you can tell, it can gather this information from stories of the past and generate a decent AI response. So anyway, I hope everybody's enjoyed this video and learned a bit about the basics of Chat GPT. And, if you want to do some viral Halloween themed YouTube videos, there's some great ideas. So anyway, I hope everyone's enjoyed this, and hope you'll come back and check out our channel for other videos at the AIzilla. See you soon.